Hey, what's going on, everybody? Starting on the rack bushings for the 05 Ram. I got one side done already. Well, that's not done. I just got them out because I wanted to figure out how to get them out. They're pretty easy to get out. It took me a couple seconds to figure it out. So I'll show you how it goes. Here they are out. I have two more, or the other side to do yet, but I got those out. I'll show you how I got them out. Might have to set you up on the stand, but what happens is they're not like bolted in or anything. What I did was I put the actual rack bolt in there and I threaded it in a little bit. It helps if I go the right way. So I got that in there. Here, let me go through it. Right, so I got that, like, put the bolt in there. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it from this angle. I might have to switch it up. But anyways, I put that bolt in there, and then I just hit it out. That's not gonna work. I need to get some stink on it. Alright, so now I got that one out. I don't like this hanging by the cooler lines, or by the lines, I should say. Right here. All right, so and then to get the other side out, I just use 1/2-inch drive with a 15 mil on it. That's just what I have out from doing my sway bar. Oops. All right, and that's as easy as it is to get those rack bushings out. So then you just take your factory ones off. They come off real easy. You just pry them off. Screwdriver, pry bar, doesn't matter. And then you just push them into your new ones, push them into the rack, and away you go. So I'll get these both set up in there, and then I'll go push them in. Same video, different day. Actually, a couple of months past when I started this video, because I started this video before Mopar Nationals. But yeah, I got the rack in. I got that all good to go. And I did a bunch of other stuff. So I'll catch you guys up to speed because I'm trying to hammer this thing out, so I haven't been filming as much. All right, so here's where I'm at. I got my brake lines all good and ready to go. They don't touch or rub anything, lock to lock on both sides. So this is how I changed it. I'll go over that in a second. So that's the driver's side. Here's the passenger side. Passenger side was stupid easy. All I did was bend this line up and then attach it to the upper control arm bracket, and then just bent it up a little bit, kept it parallel with the arm, and then just ran it as it is. So neither of these lines touch or rub on either side, which is fantastic, because I was trying to over engineer it. Like I was being a little bit silly. So all I did was need to keep those lines up and out of the way to where they don't rub on any of the suspension, nor the tire rubs on it. And I was trying to get all fancy and put tabs and all kinds of other stuff on there, because that's what this primer is. Because I had this tab on there, and I had welded it. I had TIG welded it on there, and then that clamps onto there. I was trying to do this whole fancy thing, and I was just like, ended up being too short and blah blah blah, so I had to redo it. And then I really sat there and thought about it for a few minutes, and then I was like, I went and grabbed the stock one, and I was like, how do they run their crap? And all they do is have this bracket, because this is that old like union thing that they had on there. Yeah, they have that union, then the hard line, and then the hard line comes up and then goes into like the sheathing. So then I copied that. So I made this line up over here and then came over here, and then I just angled that line up and out. So now that comes up and then runs around. It doesn't touch or rub on the line or on any of the suspension, lock to lock, and the tire doesn't hit it. So I'm pretty much done with the brakes. Actually, I'm 100% done with the brakes. I just need to go back and tighten everything up, and then I can go back and bleed the brakes, make sure I don't have any leaks or anything like that. And then I have to do this, because this had broken off. So yeah, now I'm futzing around with that. I'm gonna JB weld on that. That's just a vent tube for when you're filling the gas tank, because that's on the nozzle, goes up there and just vents. So I should be able to JB weld that, and that should just be fine. I had welded that before and put heat shrink on it and all that stuff, and apparently the glue that I used was junk, because when I was putting the bed on, that's why this bed is off again, because I actually had the bed on, is I was pushing the filler neck back into place and it just snapped right off. So but yeah, so, and then I took care of a little bit of the rust on the filler neck, or the fuel door. There's a little bit of rust starting down here, and then there's actually a decent amount in the back. So I mean, I got, you know, a decent amount of work to do on the whole bed, so I'm just trying to stop the rust in its tracks for now, and then maybe, you know, this winter or something like that I'll work on it. And I'm not going to use that filler door anymore, like the stock one that comes out. I'm not going to use that one anymore. I have one of those billet ones, one of those aluminum ones. It's a Harley Davidson one, but I'm going to just sand it down and get rid of the Harley Davidson, because this was on my old 04 Ram, the same one as this, but it was a 4x4 and all that kind of stuff, and I regretted getting rid of it, and then I bought that one, and now I'm to this one because I like the bigger trucks versus the regular cabs. Unless it's a smaller mid-sized truck, then I like regular cabs. But yeah, so I'm gonna sand this down, get rid of the Harley Davidson, and then bolt that on there, and then pretty much the truck is done, as long as I can get the brakes bled and there's no issues with that. And then I have to run all my wiring yet, like for my trailer and whatnot. Yeah, so I gotta do the light for license plate, and then I gotta figure out where I'm gonna mount the 7-pin connector for my trailer lights. I'll probably do it right behind the plate. I'll do it probably like right, well, not right there, but on the other side. I'll probably do it right there, so that way it's, you know, still hidden behind the license plate and whatnot. Because I don't want to have it like down here or something like that, because then the wire will come up and then it'll probably hit the ground or something with how low my truck is. I mean, my truck isn't like slammed by any means, but it's definitely low enough to where, like, if I have a trailer on there, that trailer will probably, you know, make it come down a little bit and then probably hit the ground. Although I do have airbags, so that'll alleviate a lot of that. But that's more or less it. I'll probably try to get a little bit of action in this video, or gluing that together and then bleeding the brakes and whatnot. Because I have this fancy little air bleeder now too. I want to give it a try. Well, it's not fancy. It's a Harbor Freight special. So we'll see how that works. All right. So first things first, I'm gonna clean it a little bit better. I did clean it a little bit yesterday, but I figured I'll clean it a little bit more today. So I'll just take a razor blade and then scuff up the surface, because I still have some glue on there from before, and like this glue literally just flakes right off. So it's definitely not that good of a glue. So, or it's not an appropriate glue for what I'm using it for. So, I mean, who knows if it would work with anything else. But, I mean, I don't have too much cleaning to do. So, I'll clean this up a little bit. And then I'm going to probably go through and sand it. And then make like a little bevel on it. That way the JB weld can sit down in there. Because I'm probably not going to put a ton of glue around anywhere in here. Because I don't want that glue to seep in and then close this hole off. So I'll probably just load the bottom up here with glue. And then probably go up to the bottom of here with glue. And then the rest of the glue will probably just wrap around it. So I'll slam this in here like that, use my little nail, line it up, and then slather some JB weld on there, and then leave it alone, and then let that set up for like a day or so, and then that should be good, and then that should be fixed. So we'll get going with that, and then I'll slam some JB weld on there. So then I can get this fixed and get my bed on and be done with it. Alright, so we'll see how that sets up, and then hopefully I didn't mess anything up or get too much glue to where I can't pull that nail out. So we'll see. Alright, so I got that curing. It's all good to go. I think it's good. But I'm gonna continue working on the truck and bleed the brakes. all that good stuff. Hopefully get the bed on today, because it says that takes 6 minutes to cure and 4 hours to completely dry, or yeah, 4 hours to completely dry. So by 2 o'clock today, that should be dry. So I'm gonna keep working on it, keep hammering it out, but that'll be it for this video. And then the next video, I'll just continue doing what I'm doing now. So instead of just making one big, really long video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.